Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. If you want up to 60 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 60 free stocks when you open a new Moo brokerage account. If you put $100 in your new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. If you put $2,000 in your new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 25 free stocks. And if you put $5,000 in your new Moo brokerage account, they're going to give you 60 free stocks. Limited time offer, so don't delay. Act today. Get yourself down in the description box. First link, which is that Moo link. Open up that Moo account today. Go get that free stock. Listen, man, if you want a couple of Moo tutorial videos to walk you through how to use the Moo brokerage app, all you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Let me know you've opened the Moo account and you funded it, and I'm going to send you out those Moo tutorial videos. Don't forget, guys, if you want to get yourself up to 60 free stocks, you got to get down to the first link in the description box, the Moo link. Open up your new Moo brokerage account today, guys, and they're going to give you up to 60 free stocks depending upon the deposit that you make into your new brokerage account. What a great way to get yourself off to a great start and start building some wealth to get to that financial freedom and that passive income. Today, guys, we're going to talk about this massive rate cut that's coming. Or at least some people believe it's coming. So we're going to walk through that. I'm going to talk you guys through my opinion on that and give you some information that you can then think about and figure out what you want to do with that information. And then we're going to talk about the inflation report and why the inflation report was good. It showed that we beat expectations on where we thought inflation would go in May, but the stock market dumped. No, it wasn't a huge crash or anything like that, but it did dump. And a lot of people are saying, well, why did the market dump when we got a good inflation read for May? So we're going to walk through that as well. But let's tackle the big question. This massive rate cut, a lot of folks believe is coming. So prepare yourself for it. Or is it really coming? Here's the case for the people who believe a massive rate cut is coming. Here's the case that they're making. They're saying when you look at the jobs report over the last several months, some people can make the case you can go all the way back to January. And when you look at the data, especially once they do a downward revision to the data, it's getting weaker. If we go back to April, the initial report came in, the initial jobs report for April came in at 177,000 new jobs being added. They revised that down to like 149,000 jobs. If we look at the May jobs report, it came in at 139,000 jobs added to the economy. It's going in the wrong direction, right? Even though experts believed it would be 125,000, it came in 139,000. But that's before revisions. Most people believe there will be revisions to the May jobs report. Some people believe it'll be revised all the way down to around 100,000 jobs. From 139 to 100,000. You see where I'm going with this? This is the case. People who believe the labor market is softening, this is what they're pointing to. Now, how does that equate to a massive rate cut? Here you go. Before we can talk about that, let's throw in another part of the equation that they believe will result in the Fed cutting rates. We know about the tariff policy, right? Remember Liberation Day, 90 deals, 90 days. Of course, we haven't had any deals. But today, 47 tweeted, plus it's been on corporate news, that the United States and China met in London, England, for a 2 or 3 day meeting talking about tariffs. So 47 tweets this morning that the US-China trade deal is done. The problem is it's really not done. When you peel back the onion and you start smelling this onion, it's really not done. Now, of course, 47 is never going to tell you the bad part of it. He's only going to tell you what he believes you need to know, which is it's done. But when you really look at it, it's not done. And that's what some people are saying. Hey, this trade thing that we're dealing with out here, and we have been dealing with since really March, when he initially hit Canada and Mexico with the 25% tariffs, specifically for like automobiles, right? Because that's really the two big things for Mexico and Canada. It's like the automobile parts and then the finished automobiles, right? So he hit them with the tariffs, I believe, back in March. And then Liberation Day came in April, where he levied all kind of tariffs on people. And then he rolled it back to around a universal 10%. That's been on all these countries, guys, ever since Liberation Day. So what a lot of folks are saying, a lot of experts are saying is, we really haven't even felt the impact of the tariff inflation. They're saying June, July, and August, we should start feeling the impacts of the tariffs on what? Consumer goods. Driving up prices of consumer goods. We already know from Walmart, Target, and many other companies, they've already went on record and said, what? They're not going to eat the tariff increase, right? They're not going to eat the 10%. They said they're going to pass it on to you and me. We're going to get higher prices. So if you get those higher prices, what will that do? Check this out. You got a weakening labor market, right? So people are losing their jobs, a weakening labor market. We're not adding as many jobs to our economy as before. It's weakening. Look at the numbers. The numbers are coming down. People believe they will continue to come down. They believe, like I told you earlier, May numbers will be revised down to about 100,000 jobs. So you got a weakening labor market, and you have consumers who have to pay more for the same goods and services that they paid less for in January and February. They got to pay more for them now. People losing their jobs, prices are going up. What does that do to the consumer? They stop spending. They stop spending. So by the time you get to July, August, weakening market plus losing their job will stop spending as much, which will impact what? Our economy. Our economy is 70% consumer spending. If consumers stop spending because they believe they're going to lose their job, or if they've already lost their job, what happens to our economy? It goes down. It goes down because 70% of our economy is based on consumer spending. If consumers are not spending, inflation will probably come down. Why? Because ain't nobody buying nothing. I don't care what the price is. If people ain't buying it, they ain't buying it. Labor market does what? It's softening. So here's what people are saying about this massive rate cut. Those two things right there is sort of like the perfect storm. So here's where the Fed comes in. Fed gonna have to make Fed's two mandates. And this is gonna bring it home for us, guys. What are the Fed's two mandates? Their primary mandate, and all that means is they want everybody that lives here in America to be able. Their second mandate is what? Maximum employment. Maximum employment. When was the last time interest rates went to zero? Guess when the last time interest rates went to zero? The pandemic. 2020, interest rates went to zero. Why did they go to zero? Because people couldn't work. And guess what? They weren't earning no money. A lot of people wasn't. And guess what happened? Supply chain shut down. So we had no, boom, nobody working. Nobody couldn't buy anything. Nobody working, nobody couldn't buy anything. So what do the feds do when the economy is in trouble? Labor market suffering, nobody buying nothing. So that means the economy is suffering. What does the Fed do? They lower interest rates to do what? Stimulate the economy. They lower interest rate and they turn on the money printer. See, when you lower interest rates to zero, that means that's a new money supply coming into our economy. Free money, basically. And people take that free money and do what with it? They start buying things, which in turn do what? Kickstarts consumerism. And that's what people are saying that potentially is going to be coming. Not that the Fed will cut interest rates to zero, but they're going to have to cut them at least 100 basis points. Now, they won't cut them in June. They won't cut them in their July meeting. Of course, they don't have a meeting in August. Guess when a lot of people are saying the Fed will cut rates? In September. Because a lot of people are saying by September, the economy is going to be in the crapper because of people stop spending because of the labor market is going to be softening and unemployment is going to start going up. People are going to start batting down the hatches. And without people spending money, guys, our economy won't make it. The only way the Fed will stimulate the economy at that point, stimulate the labor market at that point, is by lowering interest rates. So they're going to have to be real aggressive. Now, that's the case that some people are making. That doesn't mean it's true. I'm just telling you the case that some people are making. By September, we could be looking at a full 100 basis point rate cut if the labor market continues to soften like it is doing now. That brings us to the question, why didn't the stock market rally today? Why didn't it do better on good news about inflation? Because investors don't believe it. Investors do not believe that the inflation report accurately reflects what could be coming. That's why it didn't rally, in my opinion. It didn't rally like we thought it would rally because investors are not sure. They're not believing what's being told to them. When you have 47 coming out saying that we actually have a deal done with China when we really don't. All you had to do was listen to Scott Bessent today when he was up on Capitol Hill. All you had to do was just listen to Scott Bessent. He said something totally different than what 47 said. So that's why you saw an immediate little bit of a bump this morning when the CPI inflation report came out positive. When the market opened, you saw a little bit of a bump. But then as the day went on, what happened to that? It started rolling back. Go look at the S&P 500. Go look at the NASDAQ. Go look at the Dow. Look at all three indexes earlier in the day. I'm talking about like earlier in the morning, like before noon. And then look at it in the afternoon. They pulled back. Because as people got more information about this so-called deal between the United States and China, they could figure out it wasn't real. Investors ain't stupid. They figured out it wasn't real. What that deal basically done was get us the ability to get rare earth minerals from China. Why? Because we need them and we gotta have them. That's what that whole meeting in London was about. It wasn't about really coming with a comprehensive trade deal. It was about doing a couple of things. Both sides got a little bit of what they wanted. We needed those rare earth minerals from China. We needed them bad because a lot of our industries in America depend on those. So we needed that. What did China get? China got the ability to have their students be able to come to America and go to our prestigious colleges without the threat of deportation. That's what the whole thing was about. Let's be honest. That's what it was about. China got one thing they wanted. We got one thing we wanted. And then they said, oh yeah, okay then, well, all of our imports or exports to China, which is imports to them, all of our exports to China, which are imports to them, 10% tariff. But guess what? Exports from China, imports into the United States, guess what their tariff is? 55%. I've already told y'all who pays for the tariffs. Go look up Walmart CEO's comment. Go look up Target CEO's comments. Go ahead, look up Ford, GM. All of these car companies already told you they're passing on that cost to you and me. So you already know who pays the tariff, guys. Just go look at these companies. They're telling you, the CEOs are telling you who pays the tariffs. It's you and me. So guess what? How is this such a wonderful deal? Where Americans, well, I ain't gonna say Americans, anybody that's living in America, you're gonna get hit with 55% tariff tax on any goods coming into America from China. How do you think that's going to affect small businesses in America? 95% of the businesses in America are small businesses, less than 500 employees, less than $7 million a year in revenue. How many companies you think get a lot of their goods from China? 55% tariff tax for incoming products and things like that, goods from China. How many small businesses are going to be able to absorb that? How many of y'all going to be able to absorb that in your budget? All I'm saying, guys, is it's kind of setting up this thing. That's one of the reasons why you saw, in my opinion, now I'm no expert here, I'm just giving you my opinion. You guys go out and do your own research, and you can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just giving you my opinion of what's happening. Why the market started off like we were going to go to 6,100 in the S&P. We started that way because it was good news initially about PCE. It was good news. But as soon as this whole US-China tariff thing hit the airwaves and people started picking it apart, they quickly found out that, oh, hold up. Who the world gonna pay these 55% tariffs for this product coming in from China? Who gonna pay that? Walmart already said they're not paying it. Target already said they're not paying it. So I'm not sure who's gonna pay it. You know the manufacturer in China ain't paying it. Guess who's gonna pay it? You and me. But that's the big deal. But it ain't a deal. That's why they kept using the word framework. Do y'all know what the word framework means? Framework. That means it ain't no deal yet. It's framework. Both 47 and the president of China got to sign off on it. It's framework. The whole thing, guys, was about the rare earth minerals. That's the reason they went to London, England. You just got to read through the stuff and figure that out. The main reason they went to London was to secure those rare earth minerals that we need extremely, extremely bad. And China secured some of the stuff that they wanted. We gave them something, they gave us something. But you don't have a conclusive deal. This 10% tariffs on China and then 55 on us. That's 55% tariff on us, the American people. The people who live in America. Not the Chinese consumer, they get 10%. Remember, the Chinese consumer get 10% on the things that they get from us. The American consumer gets 55%. I already told y'all who gonna pay that. You and me gonna pay that, right? So when you look at the massive rate cut possibility, it's starting to look really, really good, guys. That massive rate cut. And remember, keep this in mind. Remember yesterday when I walked you guys through this, remember I told y'all yesterday that 47 demanded a 1% rate cut from the Fed. He doubled down on that again today. So don't think I'm the only one. 47 said it. President of the United States said he wants and demands a 1% rate cut. Will he get it? I think he will. I think he will. Also, you hear the rumor, not even really a rumor, it's right here on corporate news, where Scott Bessent could be the next Federal Reserve chairman. Because y'all know Jerome Powell's term, I believe, is up in 2026, if I'm not mistaken. I think his term is up in 2026. And Scott Bessent was asked, hey, what do you think about being the next chairman of the Federal Reserve? And he was like, right now I'm concentrating on being the Secretary of the Treasury or Treasury Secretary, whatever his name is, whatever his role is. I like this role. So listen, man, at some point, 47 is going to control the Federal Reserve. Because if he get, like I said, Powell, I believe, is up next year. And if 47 has his way, you better believe, just like every other position, critical position in his administration is filled by a loyalist. If I pronounce that right, a loyalist? Yes. You better believe he's going to have a loyalist heading the Federal Reserve so he can manipulate interest rates as he sees fit. So all I can tell you guys is get yourself in position, buckle down, make sure you got yourself ready to go here. Either way, I don't know what's going to happen with interest rate, but I just walk you through the case that some people are making. They're saying the labor market is going down. It's falling. And then when you think about tariffs and you think about this framework with China of 55% tariffs on Chinese products coming into America. Who in the world can pay that? Listen, guys, I guarantee you 99% of our small businesses are not going to be able to make that work. This is not. They're not. And your big boy companies, they passing it on to you. Walmart done already told you that. Target done already told you that. Ford, GM, all your automakers already told you they're going to pass that cost on to you because they can't afford to absorb it and stay in business. They can't. Now, if they can or can't, they say they can't. Walmart said our profit margins are already thin. How in the world are we going to absorb a 55% tariff? Yo, Walmart are like, listen, our margins are already thin. We can't absorb no, So the point I'm trying to make here is get yourself in financial shape. Get your house in financial order. Living on less than what you make. Live on a plan, personal budgets. Get yourself out of consumer debt right now if you can. Save and invest. Get that emergency fund locked away and buttoned down just in case you become a casualty. Because if you look at the labor reports, the job reports, the thing is coming down, guys. Just think about a couple of years ago when we were adding 250, not even 2 years ago. Early 24, man, we were adding 250, 300,000 jobs to the economy, guys. This is at the beginning of 24. So I know people like to, throw stones at the last administration, but the numbers don't lie. Go look at the numbers from January 2024. Go look at the jobs report from January 2024, February 2024. Just look at it and then compare it to What's happening right now? That's all you got to do. Go do the homework. Come up with your own conclusion. For me personally, I'm going to have my liquidity. I'm going to have my cash reserve on the sideline. And I'm going to make sure I continue having multiple streams of income to protect myself and to protect my well-being financially. I better have multiple streams of income. I got to have cash, a certain level of cash, so I can take advantage of opportunities if they present themselves. Because I'm telling you, if we go into a recession, the stock market going in there with us. I can tell you that right now. If our economy goes into a recession, the stock market going into one too. It is, in my opinion. Again, no expert here, but I'm just giving you my 2 cents. And I'm telling you to get yourself prepared, get yourself ready. Because if you don't, you're gonna get ran over by a 18-wheel financial semi-truck. It's gonna run right over you. A financial semi-truck gonna run right over you if you ain't prepared and ready. You better get your house in order, your financial house. Because I'm telling you right now, this whole thing with the tariffs, guys, we ain't got nothing done. And the 90 days will be up when? I believe July 9th. That'll be your 90 days. We're like 1 month away and we ain't got no deals done. This thing they roll out, this thing 47 talking about, it's a done deal. Guys, that ain't no deal. If it's a deal, why are you using framework? Here's the framework. Here's the framework of the deal. We still got to sign off on it, but there's the framework. There ain't no framework. What y'all did, y'all went to London to get them rare earth minerals from China. And in return, y'all gave China something. And I believe it was not messing with their students when they come over here to America trying to deport them. So they got something from us in order to give up those rare earth minerals. That's what they were looking for, guys, in London. So let's not get side hoodwinked here. You better get your financial house in order. These people do not care anything about you. They don't care anything about you. It's all about the elite, the 1%. That's all they care about. They want to keep you confused in a tornado full of what do they call it? Propaganda. Oh, golly, California is, it's about to go down. California is about to be taken over by illegal aliens. California is burning down. All this old crap. Why? To keep you from keeping the real thing the real thing. They don't want you thinking about what's really getting ready to run you over. This financial tsunami that's getting ready to run you over. They don't want you to realize that until it's too late. That's why they keep this propaganda machine going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to keep you concentrated on all the wrong things. And a lot of y'all fall right into their trap. A lot of y'all fall right into their trap. You consume this crap every day, all day, and you ain't even worried about this financial tsunami, this financial hurricane, this Cat 5 hurricane, this Cat 5 financial hurricane that's coming. You ain't even paying no attention to that. You over here worried about all this propaganda about California burning down and all this other stupid stuff. I'm telling you guys, you better figure out what's real. Because I'm telling you, this Cat 5 financial hurricane coming. Cat 5. For you folks that know what hurricanes are, you know what a Cat 5 is. You don't get no worse than a Cat 5 hurricane. I've been through a couple of them because I live down here in Florida on the Gulf. I've been through a couple Cat 5s and they ain't no fun. So I'm telling you, you can sit over here and, California's burning down. They're burning down California. Nobody burning down California, man. Do you know California represents the 4th largest GDP in the world? California's GDP is larger than pretty much 99% of all countries in the world. Just California alone, the GDP, 4th largest. I think China, America, China, and there's one other country, larger, might be India or one of those, one other country. I can't remember the third largest GDP. But if California was a country, it would be the fourth largest GDP in the world, behind America and China. There's one more country I can't think of, and then there are four. Oh, it's burning down the whole state. But that's the propaganda machine they got y'all on. They want you guys distracted, worrying about stuff you can't control. And all along, they got this, they're trying to get this big, beautiful bill passed that's going to just, listen, man, y'all believe whatever y'all want to believe. I'm just trying to be here for my people that rock with me, that actually listen. Get your financial house in order. This is for my wealth builders on my Patreon financial community. Get your house in order, guys. You do not want to be blindsided by this Cat 5 financial hurricane that's coming. I mean, it's brewing, guys. I'm telling you, it's brewing. Now, the Fed gonna step in and they're gonna lower interest rate to lessen the blow, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna lower interest rates to stimulate the economy. Problem is, you're gonna already be in a recession. So batten down the hatches. I'm just telling you, you better batten down the hatches. Put your hurricane shutters up. Bring all your furniture, your patio furniture in the inside of the house. You better do something. Live on less than what you make. Live on a plan, personal budget. Get out of consumer debt. Listen, man, if you got anything of value that's not essential to life, sell it and pay off this consumer debt that you have. Pay off this credit card debt. Pay off them high interest rate car loans. And get yourself ready. Get you some reserve cash. Because if you're an investor like me, you're going to be able to take advantage of all these discounts that are going to happen at some point on the second half of the year. Potentially. No expert here, but potentially. If it don't happen, perfect. But if it do happen, I'm ready. See, I always tell you guys, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. See, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Massive rate cut coming, but at what expense? The only way you're going to see that massive rate cut is what? The economy goes into a recession. Labor market goes into the crapper. And I already told you, once the labor market go into the crapper, the economy going into the crapper, and then when the economy goes into the crapper, the stock market going into the crapper, the housing market going into the crapper, all of it going into the crapper. And if you're prepared and in position, you can take advantage of assets at a deep discount. But if you're not prepared in position, you're going to get run over. Just my 2 cents. Take it for what you want to take it for. Like I said, if you want to prepare for this financial hurricane, this Cat 5, and you need a financial community to help you prepare for it, consider joining the Wealth Builders on Patreon. That's my financial community. All we do in that community is help each other do what? Build wealth. None of us are experts. None of us are going to try to tell you what to do. We're not going to ask you to, we're not going to try to sell products and services to you in there. I'm not going to try to upsell you to some $5,000 coaching system that I have. None of that. But if you want to be around some good people, a couple thousand of us, who are preparing ourselves for this financial Cat 5 hurricane that potentially could come. I'm hoping this thing goes off into the Atlantic Ocean and don't bother us. I'm hoping it just misses us and goes off into the Atlantic Ocean and just dissipates. But if it don't, and we get a direct hit from a Cat 5, I hope you're prepared, guys. And if you don't know how to prepare, you need to come over to the Wealth Builders and we'll help you prepare. We'll give you some tips, some nuggets, some best practices. We'll tell you what's working and what's not working in our financial life. We'll help you help yourself. But you gotta make the decision, guys. Second link down in the description box is my website link. www.richardfain.net. Second link. That'll take you, you click on that link, it's going to take you to my website. I got 10 big boy blue chip digital products that you might need to go take a look at. Especially if your financial literacy is raggedy, you might want to take a look at those. It'll help you get unraggedy with your financial literacy. Everything's in there. It'll help you get unraggedy, right? And then while you're in the website, click on that join button. Click on that membership button. It'll take you over to Patreon. And then sign up and come join us. That's all you got to do, man. If not, stay in the matrix. Stay caught up in all of this propaganda they got you listening to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week about California burning down and all this other goofy stuff. When this, how in the world, Go ahead and pay attention to that and not get ready for this Cat 5 financial hurricane. Go right ahead, guys. You can say what you want in the comments. You can say what you want in the live chat. It don't bother me because I'm going to be prepared. See, I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I'm going to have money on the sideline ready to buy these assets at a deep discount. I'm not going to worry about them raising prices or the economy going bad because I'm going to have cash. And my financial house is going to be in order. I'm urging you to consider doing the same thing. Stop worrying about this propaganda. We got a military parade. Who cares? I mean, what is the military parade going to do for you to prepare for this financial Cat 5 hurricane coming? Please tell me. Guess who's paying for it? By the way, probably going to be about $150 million. Guess who's paying for it? You and me, taxpayers. Now, how's that going to help you weather this Cat 5 financial hurricane? How is that going to help you get through this Cat 5 financial hurricane that's coming? This parade we got coming. This $150 million parade. I tell you, man, y'all better get your financial house in order, bro. I'm telling you. And y'all know who I'm talking to. Y'all better get your financial house together. These people don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you. If you want up to 60 free stocks from Moo, you know what to do. Get down in the description box and click on that Moo link, first link. They're going to give you up to 60 free stocks when you make a deposit into your new Moo brokerage account. All the details are in the link below. If you want up to 60 free stocks, start getting your financial house in order. Go get them, man. Make your deposit, open your account, make your deposit, go get you up to 60 free stocks. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash that like button. Thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy. I'll catch you on the next one.